passage. Floor. I'm glad they tell me the floor. Funny how seemingly insignificant events can... This guy looks like he's, kind of crazy. Funny how seemingly insignificant events can drastically change your life. One moment I was pinging the ocean floor looking for whale signs. The next, I was promoted. This was not how I expected my life to turn out. I had a mountain of educational debt and miserable wife. I could still hear her voice. Who studies marine biology anyway? She repeatedly asked this question for 10 years straight. Never amount to anything, Roger. I should have listened to my mother, blah, 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 blah. Well, look at me now. Stayed with her for years, huh? Professors, allow me to be the first to welcome you to Alpha. This is our first momentous step toward understanding more of our past and exploiting it for future profit. I am thrilled that you have agreed to join me and Cayne in this undertaking. If you have any questions, I'm at your disposal. I've mapped out the site already, and I'm preparing to lead expeditions to the temple system, which I assure you will both want to be part of. Until then, welcome to the last frontier on planet Earth. Very own. Cayne plans to exploit the fauna here. The oceans are mostly finished out of seafood and a rare delicacy, but this region, marine life, seems to thrive. I caught it. Stupendous, definitive proof that something in this cave system is allowing complex life to exist and evolve over 20,000 feet below the ocean surface. It's beautiful. Okay, maybe not beautiful. It's a maggot. Particularly feisty one at that. Immediately attached to my wrist and started sucking my blood. Predatory behavior means there is a prey, which means there are more discoveries made. I'd also like to take this opportunity to express my admiration for you in this particular. Or for you in particular. Your voyages beyond the outer rims play no small part in igniting my passion for exploration. I'd love to share some stories with you, or drink, perhaps. One pioneer to another. I've been feeding my new pet algae from around the base. Got no shortage of the stuff. Little beastie appetite seems to know no limits. Its growth rate is staggering. I wonder if this is the thing that's feeding off the guy inside. Professors weren't keen in joining my expedition as I hoped. Chambers, I understand. I heard about the side effects of a full body transplant. Probably not as fit as she looks, and it's getting around in a dive suit is already challenging. Skullwalker, though, I'm disappointed. One of the last true frontiersmen of our time should be thrilled to participate in honest exploration against, or at least, talk about it. But all he asked me about is my family. Maybe the greatest hero, sir, but even you won't entice me for speaking about my ex-wife. There's not enough rum around here for that conversation. I was eager to see how large the maggot would grow. I began feeding it my own blood. After all, that was the first thing it went for. I didn't factor in that increased its strength had not been proportional to its growth and size. It appears to be developing a heightened awareness of its surroundings. Have you ever been looking hungrily at a dog-sized balloon or oozing balloon thing? Even less fun than it sounds. I just want to say, you'll hear loud banging in my laboratory. Do not be alarmed. It's just an experiment I'm running. Everything is proceeding as intended. Though I would advise against entering my work area without me, especially if you have recently eaten chicken. Right? That's a lot. Professors, please allow me to first welcome you to Alpha. This is the first momentous step towards understanding more of our... Wait, what? As a senior ranking member of this endeavor, ordering everyone to remain inside Alpha Base until further notice. Should you hear knocking, slithering, or any other unusual noises coming from outside, proceed to another part of the base, just to be safe. Then call me. Mr. Callahan, while the board appreciates your enthusiasm for this project of your role identifying the site, they would like to remind you that your job is to facilitate the research of Professors Chambers and Skullwalk and collect the samples of our experts who arrived on the deep-sea rig. None of this requires you to conduct your own studies, and the research budget will not be altered, barring exceptional circumstances. Please focus your prescribed duties. What about rating the game? I'd say between a 6 and a 7. I'm really enjoying it. The story is pretty good. Stories are good. I'm actually liking the game a lot. Just get stumped easy. I'm really interested to know how this is going to end, right? Found the little bastard. It burrowed in the sand and was catching small fish. It seemed to have evolved into an ambush predator, like a bobbit worm. Incredible. Physiological and behavioral changes is happening right before my eyes. Mr. Callahan, the board is indeed interested in the new specimen, but I must remind you that your job is to simply retrieve new samples and send them to Deep Z-15. Alpha is not yet equipped to study xeno life forms. Please consider your significant, outstanding debts to Cayne, and the fact that although you are separated, your ex-wife still is a shareholder of your debt. You are hers. I would hate to live in this society. It's terrible with all the debts and you have to basically work forever. A spike in seismic activity caused the collapse of the primary ingress of the cave. The temple structures, we are sending the drilling technician to widen the entrance so the supply shipments can be resumed. In the meantime, we are advised to implement a ration system and reserve medications for emergencies. Fragile cave system is the best place to use sonic attractors, but how else am I supposed to attract larger fish? While the attractors were working, a new buddy managed to snag a few juicy specimens. A sonic attractors also wrecked most of the electrical systems and distorted the magnetic fields, which was amplified. Oh, I wonder if I'll get something here for that door that Moses needs to get in. Maybe this will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. The new larger entrance will be much better staging ground for expeditions. Kind of like nowadays for some people, yeah. Exactly. Imagine you're cutting to the chase sort of guy, so I'd like to say admit the 18-foot diameter max and go from there. With the recent collapse, it's the only way out of this place. Report back to me. Progress is slow. There's no good way to say this. I'll just rip it off like a band-aid. You're sealed in completely. I don't know exactly how it happened, but Gunderson's drilling caused another cave-in. But fear not, we all know the value of our work. So does Cayne. I'm certain he'll spare no expense to free us. Count on it. I'll just wait here for the Gundersons to open the passage. I didn't check my gear before I left. I guess I never learned. Sheila would shake her head and laugh if she saw me now. Same old Roger, always getting ahead of himself. Wonder what she'd say if she knew I named the maggot after her. The little guy just got legs now. Many of them. As if it wasn't horrifying enough. I suppose if I die, I can be satisfied that here, at the edge of the world, I brushed up against the mysteries beyond comprehension. Mysteries of which I led the way. I'm only getting 1 BPS. I guess they're moving the data retrievers elsewhere. But Newman is not going to be happy trapped down here. I'm amazed Cayne would risk pissing that thing off. It was snowing. Was it snowing this time last year? Probably. Last year was terrible for snow. I got so much of it. And of course, my snowblower broke. It's fixed now. Deep regret the board must inform me that we have abandoned this forward operation. Please understand this is not a reflection of your work to date, but the result of repeat violations by Newman. The isolation of Alpha lends itself to be perfectly in a seal and forget procedure. The board asks that you pass on their sincere regret these unfortunate events to the rest of the crew and thank them for their service. You'll be pleased to know that your hard work will be lost. The construction of a new base has already been approved. In the light of above, we have realized your ex-wife, released your ex-wife from her debts. She will surely be in the Nexus, waiting for with open arms wide. Ugh, yeah. Okay. Hard to see down here. Oh, is this a way in? What is this? What is...
Holy shit. What is that?
It looks like, well, a giant maggot.
Oh my god.
I do not like this.
Warning. Dicent integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 10%.
I have to find some way past it.
State of nothing. Yeah? I think I'm dead.
Charlie, come in. I want your signal. Charlie. Charlie.
Yeah. Okay, don't go in. So maggot here. That's 7. I didn't die 7. So there's stuff in here. I just can't. I have to apparently do something with the maggot. It's the wreckage that fell.
Oh my. It's amazing.
Is that what I think it is? Like a toy.
It's a Spanish galleon. It
Oh,
must have sunk and crashed into the top of the chamber.
Oh.
Not yesterday either. How old is this place?
Old. Far older than the ship.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
Careful around that thing. Could dislodge really easy.
The deck looks intact. I'm going in it.
Charlie? Why?
I have the barest beginning of a thought.
This woman...
What's this? Everyone per South Dakota, there's 7 cows. Which is good, because I like a good steak. Interesting. Ship bow.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
The bow of that thing could come apart any second, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a wicked looking fish. Wonder if we can get this thing to fall on that head. That's how we get in.
I'm in the captain's quarters. The wood is really rotten here.
Warning. Energy reserves below 10%.
You're running out of time, Charlie.
She is not the only one.
Globe. Oh. 603. 2 correct, but 1 wrong. 1 correct. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1 correct, and 2 well placed. 180. 1 correct, but wrong places. 869. 1 correct, but wrong place. 918. Nothing is correct. So there is no 8 and there is no 1. So 3 and a 0. A 6. No, because the 0 is not going to work. Now 1 and 8 don't work. So 3 and a 0. 2? No, 1 is correct. That would be a 3. No, it could be 0. 6? 602? What? 2 are correct, but in the wrong place. So 2 is in the middle. Zero is in the wrong place. So 0. Zero 6. Zero 2 6.
Oh, what do we have here?
Potassium permanganate. A
Candy powder.
disinfectant. And deodorizer. We could use a lot of that.
If it still has efficacy, it's ancient. Amazing.
It is pretty.
Everything this must have seen.
Yes. Especially at the end.
I'm so smart. You haven't watched the rest of the stream, have you? Alright. Octopus, bed, floor, plankton, barnacles, objects. Okay. Let's get away from that. Okay. I still think this thing we gotta collapse and it'll fall on this thing. That is my guess. And I don't think any of this is gonna combine anything. I don't think that's gonna work with that. Reeks, I wonder. We'll give it to you. Maybe we could throw it at that creature. just wonder if can he break any of this. A pile of rust. Okay. Okay, so maybe nothing yet for this. I can throw something at you. I think you're done for now, too. Yeah, because we gotta get something with magnets, I think, for that door. They mentioned about magnets.
Don't you see, our work with the church is
God.
just as important.
Give back.
Quiet.
Achieving success for the. That's bull.
I like how, like, holograms are arguing with each other. So no, that is not right.
I do not like these sounds. They are wrong.
The cries. I remember them from my fugue. Somehow.
Now we have them.
I don't want them.
Not sure what I need. Trying to see if there's any symbols. For that one computer, but I am seeing nothing. That helps me out any. Now, I need that recording for something, but I don't know what. Like this. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen anything with these symbols that I know of. But I got a lot of stuff to mess with, don't I? Why does the monster get to sing to it, but not me? I need a way to stop that. I don't know how. Maybe. It says you can maybe throw it in the eyes of the attacker. Throw in the eyes of that thing that's crying? No, I can't do anything here. Okay. Could use that to scan. Okay. It has to be something with him, because I don't think Charlie can do anything, and I can't do anything more. I just don't see how that's anything I can. And nothing there. I don't think there's anything we can do on the door. Oh no, here. Wait, what? Oh, that's me.
It
Movement
didn't
detected.
stay long.
Perhaps it needs more motivation.
Wait, did it? Hmm. That's not gonna help me, honey. Let's see.